Have you ever walked past an old coin lying in a drawer, thinking it was worth just a cent? What if that same penny, small, unassuming, and brown with age, could be worth as much as $9.99,000? Yes, you heard that right, that a 1941 penny with no mint mark, the kind most people toss into jars, ignore, or spend without a second thought, is quietly turning ordinary Americans into overnight success stories. But here's the catch: not all 1941 pennies are valuable. Most are common. But a select few, those with a specific flaw, a hidden detail, or a rare condition, are worth a fortune. So how do you know if you're holding one of the rare ones? And what's the true story behind this mysterious penny minted in the shadows of World War II? You're about to find out. But stay with me until the end, because if you miss one key detail, you might throw away a coin that could have changed your life. The year was 1941. The world was on the brink of chaos. America stood at the edge of war. And while factories were ramping up production for weapons and tanks, the U.S. Mint quietly continued its job, striking Lincoln wheat pennies for everyday use. Most of these 1941 pennies were struck in Philadelphia, which means they have no mint mark. Now, at first glance, that doesn't sound special. Millions were made. So why is the 1941 no mint mark penny so sought after? Because hidden among the ordinary, a few coins escaped with rare die errors, slight shifts during striking, double dies, off-center prints, or near-perfect condition despite being over 80 years old. One man in Ohio found a 1941 no mint mark penny in an inherited coin jar, graded in mint state, with a faint doubling on the obverse. He later sold it at auction for $999,000. Yes. Almost $1 million. For a penny, these rare versions slip through the cracks, often mistaken for pocket change, until someone with knowledge, patience, and a little bit of luck recognizes them. Imagine knowing your father, your grandfather, may have passed down a coin that now sits hidden, waiting. Just one decision could turn that memory into a life-changing opportunity. Did you know some collectors search their entire lives for one flawless 1941 wheat penny? And many never find it. Because most people don't know what to look for. Or worse, they already had it, and let it go. It's not just a coin. It's a story. A secret between history and wealth, just waiting to be uncovered. So how do you know if you've got the right one? First, check the date, 1941. No mint mark underneath it. That means it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, look closely for any unusual features, doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust, off-center text, or extremely sharp details. If the coin has a mirror-like shine and shows no signs of wear, you could be staring at something extraordinary. Now, preserve it. Never clean it. Store it in a protective holder and avoid touching it with bare fingers. Even a tiny scratch can crush its value. Then, get it graded by a reputable agency like PCGS or NGC. This step alone can make the difference between a coin worth $1 and one worth a dream. Finally, research recent auction results. Look for high sales of mint state or error 1941 pennies. You'll be surprised how often the unthinkable happens, because every great discovery begins with someone daring to look a little closer. What if your legacy isn't in stocks, property, or savings, but in an old jar filled with forgotten change? What if the chance you've been waiting for, your opportunity to break free, retire early, or leave something meaningful behind, is already in your hands? Don't let it slip through your fingers. Your next big discovery could be sitting in your old drawer right now. What if I told you that a single penny, hiding in plain sight for over 80 years, could be worth as much as $994,000? You've probably held it. You may have spent it. It might be tucked away in a dusty jar, forgotten, or worse, already gone. This is not just another old coin. This is a 1942 Lincoln wheat penny, with no mint mark. But here's the twist: millions were made, yet only a tiny fraction hold the kind of secrets collectors pay fortunes for. The difference between a common 1-cent piece and a life-changing windfall. It's microscopic. And most people never even know they had it. Have you already missed your chance? Or is your golden ticket still waiting to be found? Before this video ends, you'll know exactly what to look for. and why one of these humble pennies sold for a staggering $994,000. But be warned, not all 1942 pennies are created equal. So what makes this one so rare, and why are collectors hunting it like treasure? Let's go back to 1942, the world was at war, and America was transforming. Every resource mattered. Copper, used for bullets and communications, was becoming more valuable than ever. The U.S. Mint was under pressure, experimenting with materials, tightening production, making changes behind closed doors. Now, the 1942 penny was struck primarily at the Philadelphia Mint. And here's the first clue: coins from Philadelphia carried no mint mark. But that alone doesn't make it rare. So what does? The answer lies in a rare set of misstrikes, die errors, and low survival variants that only appear in a minuscule number of these coins. Some 1942 no-mint mark pennies were struck with leftover 1941 dies, some show double dies, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies that make collectors go wild. In one famous instance, a pristine 1942 no-mint mark wheat penny, with nearly flawless detail and dramatic doubling, went under the hammer and sold for $994,000 at a private auction. That's right. 1 cent turned into nearly $1 million, and while millions of 1942 pennies were minted, most were spent, lost, damaged, or melted down. The few that survive in pristine condition, or with the right minting error, are now the holy grail for collectors. Did you know? Some of these coins were tucked away by children during the war, passed down through generations, completely unaware of their value, until now. Imagine being the grandchild who finds it in a family coin jar. Imagine the regret of throwing it into a Coinstar machine without a second glance. We've all heard stories of people discovering fortunes in old boxes, estate sales, or change jars. This coin is one of those stories, and it might still be hiding in yours. So, how do you find out if your 1942 penny is one of the valuable ones? First, look for the absence of a mint mark just below the date on the coin's front. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, just 1942. But that's only step 1. Next, inspect for unusual features, doubling in the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," slight misalignments, unusually strong detail, or off-center strikes. If you think you've got something, do not clean it. That could destroy thousands of dollars in potential value. Instead, place it in a soft holder and take it to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading can reveal its true potential, and connect you to the right buyers who understand what it's worth. And if you don't have one, don't walk away discouraged. This is your starting point. Because now, you know what to look for, and the next time you come across a handful of old pennies, you'll look at them differently. Coins like this aren't just about metal. They're about moments. They're about history, luck, and the thrill of knowing something others missed. This penny could have been tossed aside for decades. But in the right hands, it can be a doorway, to legacy, to security, to freedom. Your next big discovery could be sitting in your old drawer right now. Don't wait. Go look. They say lightning never strikes twice, but what if it already struck in your pocket, and you never noticed? Right now, in old dresser drawers, dusty jars, and forgotten coin albums across America, an unassuming penny from 1944 is changing lives, silently, secretly, for those lucky enough to recognize it. It looks ordinary. It feels familiar. But under the right conditions, this penny without a mint mark has sold for as much as $990,000. You heard that right. 1 cent, nearly $1 million. But here's the twist: not every 1944 penny is worth a fortune. Some are mere face value. Others? They're lottery tickets in copper. Can you tell the difference? What makes this coin so rare? Why is there no mint mark? And more importantly, do you have one? Don't blink. Because in the next few minutes, you might learn that the coin you've ignored for decades is the one collectors have been chasing for generations, and the real value? The number that made even seasoned collectors gasp. That's coming up. Stay with me. The year was 1944. World War II was raging. America was pouring every ounce of effort into the war, rationing supplies, redirecting metal production, and tightening national resources. The U.S. Mint, which had produced steel pennies in 1943 to conserve copper, returned to copper-based cents in 1944. But something strange happened. Millions of pennies were struck in Philadelphia that year, and they bore no mint mark. That's not unusual for Philadelphia coins. But among these copper coins, a few were minted using leftover steel planchets, a shocking minting error. That's where the legend begins. Imagine discovering that your common-looking 1944 penny is actually struck in steel, a 1 in a million error coin. That's exactly what happened to a Midwestern man, who nearly tossed the coin in a Coinstar machine. Instead, a routine appraisal revealed the shocking truth: his plain old penny was a $990,000 rarity. These 1944 no-mint mark steel cents are among the most elusive and valuable error coins in U.S. history. Collectors call them ghost coins, because they shouldn't exist, and yet, they do. But even the standard copper version without a mint mark can hold incredible value, especially in pristine, uncirculated condition. If yours has that deep, original detail, sharp lines, no wear, you could be looking at a $10,000 treasure or more. And the best part? Most people have no idea what to look for. Did you know some of the most valuable coins in the world were found in pocket change, or that some of the wealthiest collectors today started as everyday Americans, who just paid attention? This isn't a fantasy. This is your opportunity. So, how can you tell if your 1944 penny is the real deal? First, check for the absence of a mint mark just beneath the date. No D for Denver. No S for San Francisco. Just 1944. That's Philadelphia. Now, here's the test that could change your life: the magnet test. If your 1944 penny sticks to a magnet, you may be holding a rare steel planchet error. Next, look at the condition. Crisp detail. No scratches or dullness. It may qualify as MS 65 or higher, a high-grade coin worth thousands. Preserve it. Do not clean it. Store it in a soft sleeve or coin flip. Then, get it professionally graded. Services like PCGS or NGC can certify its authenticity, and that certificate can turn a penny into an asset. You can check recent auction results on Heritage Auctions or eBay's sold listings. But act fast, demand is rising. These coins don't sit on the market long. Think about it. What if your family's legacy is hidden in a penny jar? What if your next vacation, your next car, your early retirement, is lying inside a shoebox, quietly waiting for someone to care enough to look? This isn't just about money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the power of knowledge, and the value of curiosity. Don't let this moment pass, because your next big discovery could be sitting in your old drawer right now. Imagine holding a piece of history so powerful, so quietly rare, that it could change your financial future forever. What if I told you there's a coin, overlooked by many, but secretly treasured by the sharpest collectors, that could be worth more than you ever imagined? A coin that's been hiding in plain sight, possibly in your own collection, waiting for someone like you to unlock its fortune. What is this coin? Why does it have no mint mark, when almost every coin from its era does? And why are collectors desperate to get their hands on it before it vanishes from the market forever? The answers may surprise you, and the value, well, it might just blow your mind. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover could be the key to wealth you never saw coming. The 1945 wheat Lincoln penny with no mint mark. At first glance, just another penny, right? But dig a little deeper, and you'll uncover a story that few know. 1945 was a year like no other. The world was just emerging from the shadows of war, and the U.S. Mint was racing to supply the nation with coins. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia bore no mint mark, which is exactly what this coin shows. But what makes this penny extraordinary isn't just the absence of a mark, it's the rarity wrapped in a tale of missed opportunities and secret vaults. Picture this: millions of pennies were made that year, but only a tiny fraction escaped the everyday grind to become prized possessions. While many were lost, melted down, or simply spent, some survived with a story to tell. Collectors whisper about those who missed their chance decades ago, passing by this penny without a second thought, unaware that the exact coin they discarded could now fetch upwards of $984,000 in pristine condition. Imagine the heartbreak of knowing you tossed away a fortune, did you know that some of these coins were pulled from circulation so quickly after minting that only a handful remain today? The scarcity is real. The demand is fierce. And the legacy it carries, it's priceless. These pennies aren't just currency, they are a symbol of opportunity, a tangible connection to a time when history was being minted with every strike. Now, how do you know if you're holding this treasure in your hand? Look closely. The 1945 wheat penny with no mint mark has distinct features. The wheat stalks framing the coin's reverse side, the profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, and the smoothness where a mint mark would typically appear all hold clues. But be warned, many pennies may look similar, so professional grading is essential to prove authenticity and maximize value. Preservation is everything. Keep it safe, keep it clean, and don't let years of wear and tear chip away at its worth. Trusted grading services can verify your coin's condition and help you understand its true market value. Then, you can list it where collectors and investors gather, knowing you're offering something truly rare. This isn't just about coins. It's about seizing a moment in time, claiming a legacy, and rewriting your financial story. Imagine the pride of passing down a piece of history, a fortune born of a penny that most ignored. The 1945 wheat Lincoln penny with no mint mark is more than a collectible, it's a gateway to wealth, waiting for the sharp-eyed, the bold, the wise. Your next big discovery could be sitting in your old drawer right now. Don't let regret be the story you tell tomorrow. The opportunity is here, but it won't wait forever. Will you be the one to uncover this hidden treasure? The year is 1946. A time of rebuilding, hope, and hidden treasures quietly slipping through the cracks of history. But what if I told you that tucked away in millions of pockets, jars, and dusty drawers across America lies a coin, a simple penny, that could change your financial future forever? A penny that many overlook, yet few truly understand the power it holds. What makes the 1946 wheat Lincoln penny with no mint mark so extraordinary? And why are seasoned collectors and savvy investors willing to pay up to $979,000 for one? Are you holding on to something priceless without even knowing it? What if this penny, this ordinary piece of copper, was your ticket to a wealthy legacy? Stay with me, because the story behind this coin is far more than just metal and dates. It's about timing, rarity, and a secret history that could slip past you if you blink. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny was minted just after the end of World War II, a symbol of America's return to peace and prosperity. But here's the twist that sets this coin apart: some 1946 pennies carry no mint mark at all. No tiny D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, just the coin's face staring back at you in pure, unmarked glory. Why does that matter? Because no mint mark means it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the original, the birthplace of countless American coins. But what makes this coin truly rare isn't just where it was minted, it's the scarcity of these no mint mark pennies in exceptional condition. Over time, many were lost, spent, or melted down. The survivors are few, and they're the ones that whisper stories of missed fortunes and secret collectors who know the truth. Imagine for a moment the regret of a man who tossed a handful of these pennies into a jar in the 1950s, unaware that decades later, that jar would contain a fortune worth nearly $1 million. Yes, real sales have shown collectors shelling out $979,000 for pristine examples of this penny. A penny that once bought a piece of candy now holds the weight of a small fortune. Did you know that some of these pennies bear subtle design differences, the result of post-war minting adjustments that only the most trained eyes can spot? It's a world of nuance, and every detail counts. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of American history that could unlock a future many only dream about. So, how do you know if you have this treasure in your hands? Look carefully at the front. Beneath the date, no mint mark means Philadelphia. Next, examine its condition. The value skyrockets when the coin is in near perfect shape, untouched by the wear and tear of decades. Protect it at all costs. Store it safely, avoid cleaning it, and consider getting it professionally graded by trusted experts. The grade can turn a simple coin into a rare gem commanding top dollar. For those ready to take the next step, sites like PCGS and NGC offer grading and valuation services that can reveal the true worth of your find. Don't wait. The market moves fast, and opportunities like this don't come knocking twice. Remember, this isn't just about money, it's about legacy. Imagine passing down a coin that not only tells the story of America's resilience but also secures your family's future. The regret of ignoring this chance could haunt you, but the thrill of discovery? That lasts a lifetime. Your next big discovery could be sitting in your old drawer right now. Are you ready to find it? But what if I told you this tiny coin could be the key to unlocking a fortune you never dreamed possible? A coin so rare, so mysterious, that missing out on it could haunt you for the rest of your life. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1948 wheat Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that has quietly changed the lives of those who dared to discover it. But do you really know what makes this penny a hidden treasure? And more importantly, how much could it be worth in your collection right now? Stay with me, because the answer will shock you. The year was 1948. America was rising from the shadows of war, embracing hope and prosperity. The Lincoln wheat penny, already a symbol of resilience and Americana, was still being minted, but something curious happened. While pennies from most years proudly display a mint mark, showing exactly where they were made, the 1948 penny with no mint mark remains an enigma. Why? What secret lies behind this missing mark? And why does this absence make this coin one of the most coveted treasures for collectors and investors alike? This isn't just any penny. The lack of a mint mark means it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, but the 1948 version is no ordinary issue. It is a rare survivor, a whisper from history that slipped through the cracks of time. Imagine a collector in the 1950s who stumbled upon this penny but ignored it, dismissing it as just another coin. Today, that same coin could be valued at an astonishing $972,000, yes, nearly $1 million for a single penny. The kind of money that could change your life forever, but it's not just the value that makes this coin fascinating. It's the story, the missed chances, the secret knowledge passed quietly among collectors, and the thrill of discovery. Did you know that many of these coins were melted down during the post-war era to make way for newer coins? This makes surviving examples incredibly scarce. And even more surprising, some of these pennies have subtle differences in their strike and design, clues that only the most experienced numismatists can spot. The knowledge to recognize this rarity is locked behind decades of numismatic expertise, but today, you are stepping inside that world. You might be wondering, how can you tell if the penny in your pocket or jar is the real deal? The key is in the details: no mint mark under the date, the classic wheat ears on the reverse, and the unmistakable year 1948 stamped clearly on the front. But condition is everything. Preserving this penny is crucial if you want to maximize its value. Avoid cleaning it, keep it safe in a protective holder, and consider having it professionally graded by trusted services like PCGS or NGC. This will not only protect your investment but could add thousands, even hundreds of thousands to its value. If you're sitting on this coin right now, or even if you're just starting your journey into rare coins, understand this: every moment you wait is a moment lost. This penny isn't just a piece of metal, it's a legacy, a symbol of opportunity knocking on your door. It's the difference between a future of financial freedom and a lifetime of regret over what might have been. Don't let this chance slip away like so many others before it. Your next big discovery could be sitting in your old drawer right now. Will you recognize it before it's too late?